Hi there everybody, hoping you're well. For anyone that's new to the channel, I'm Lucy Sturgis. For those that are returning, welcome back. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done a bit of a sit down and chat kind of video. So at first I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about some bikepacking plans that I've got. Basically, I'm doing a bit of planning at the moment, so I've got around 5 routes that I'd really love to do. Obviously I'd love to do them all, but I work full time, so time's limited. I only have so much annual leave, so just got to be realistic really about what I can fit in and what's most important to me. Yeah, so I'm going to be talking you through 5 trips that I've narrowed down. As a lot of you will know from my bikepacking trips, so from my other videos, and I guess a lot of what my YouTube channel is about is bikepacking, and then other little weekend cycling adventures. So I like doing self-sufficient cycling tours, so I like going a little bit wild. I like doing it myself. I love camping, I love wild camping, riding in beautiful places, love a mountain climb, but yeah, it's just about the exploring for me now. So in the past my riding was more focused around racing, going as fast as I could, and now it definitely centres more around the adventure. I got the bikepacking bug and I absolutely love it. Something really funny is that years ago my sister said to me, you should try bikepacking, and at the time I was doing my racing stuff and trying to go as fast as I could basically, and she was like, you should try bikepacking, and I just was like, no, absolutely not. Why would I want to do that? It's all about riding slow, carrying my kit, and you know, where am I going to stay, all of this stuff. You know, fast track a few years and then I did my first bikepacking tour, absolutely loved it, and kind of haven't looked back since, and I've kind of got a bit of that bug. So yeah, whereas some of my tours in the past have been about doing like epic long distances, one of the videos to check out is the one where I rode from my house in Leicester up to John O'Groats, and then on to Orkney. Now I just kind of enjoy a little bit more of the exploring, so that's something to consider, but I do still love a long ride and a big climb, so yeah, weighing up. Anyway, here we go. So the first of my 5 trips that I want to talk about is cycling coast to coast in the Pyrenees. So there's something really cool about riding from A to B. I cycled the coast to coast in the UK and absolutely loved it, and I really love the idea of cycling the French version of this. So the route crosses from the Atlantic to the Mediterranean and takes you through some of the toughest climbs in Europe. So one of the climbs that is on my bucket list is the Tourmalet. I'd love to ride that. I did the Stelvio Pass on one of my recent tours, and that's another bucket list climb in Italy in the Dolomites. So yeah, that one kind of really is of interest to me. What makes it more appealing is the idea of camping in the mountain regions. Like, I really love that. I mean, one of the things that I would love to do is to camp up high, so that is on the list. It's possible logistically. I could get a ferry to Portugal and start from there, or you can also fly, but I'm trying not to fly. Like, it's a bit of a sustainability thing. I didn't fly anywhere for years, and also the idea of traveling with your bike. I did it when I did my Norway trip, and it worked out fine, but I would rather avoid it if possible. So it's on the list, but I'm not quite sure about that one. I guess the other consideration with this is the terrain. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be lots of climbing. I did look at the elevation. I'll have to check out exactly what that is, and I'll drop it onto the screen. Yeah, and then you've got the weather as well. The weather conditions in the mountains can be unpredictable. I enjoy that. I enjoy the challenge of it. I've done mountains before on my bikepacking tour. Yeah, so let me know what you think about that one. So next on my list, number 2, is the Outer Hebrides. Now this has been also on my bucket list for some time, and I feel that, let's just give this camera a wipe, I'm worried that I'm going to be blurry, I don't know if that's helped. And I feel that this has definitely been inspired by my really good cycling friend Anna. I know you watch the channel, so hello Anna. One of my friends that I used to race with, and she's also a really accomplished bike packer and kind of good at all sport, really. I think you're awesome, Anna. Hello. Yeah, so she has ridden the Outer Hebrides, and I believe she's done it with her mum and maybe also her partner John, husband John, and it's one that's always kind of taken my fancy. I love the Scottish Islands, so I absolutely loved it when I rode in Orkney before, at the end of my John O'Groats trip. So it's always been on my list, and it's pretty remote, and I like the quietness of it, and it'll give me good chances for wild camping. I would love to camp on a Scottish beach. That'd be amazing. Bivvy on the beach, how cool would that be? So yeah, Outer Hebrides coastline, wild landscapes, definitely one that's tempting. And I think it'd just be a stunning place to cycle. It looks absolutely amazing, so that one is on the list, and that one I have to do at some point. It's kind of a when I do that. So yeah, very tempting. I also like that I can drive part of the way. I could get a train up to Glasgow, and I think to then Oban, and then get the ferry. So it is a route that involves causeways and ferries along the way. Logistically, it's possible. It's a lot easier than the Pyrenees coast to coast. Yeah, so I keep watching bikepacking videos on YouTube, and this one keeps popping up, so that's another one that definitely is of interest. And then there's the World Atlantic Way. So this is a route in Ireland. It stretches for 2,500 kilometres along the western coast. It's famous for its dramatic coastal views. Camping here would be absolutely amazing, whether it's in a secluded spot, with ocean views, or nestled near a quiet village. Yeah, that's kind of like the idyllic dream with this one. I wouldn't have time to do the full 2,500 kilometres as much as I would absolutely love to, so I'd have to pick a little part of that. I haven't been to Ireland before, so that one definitely is tempting. I actually was going to go, I think it was not last year, the year before, but I actually, due to just some family things that were going on, I had to cancel my trip, and it was absolutely the right thing to do at the time, and Ireland can wait. This is one as well that I feel I will do at some point. Again, it's just when. A lot of these are things that I probably will get round to. It's just working out which ones I go for first. Yeah, so again, weather probably would be pretty unpredictable. I would hope that I might be able to fit in some wild camping or find some good campsites there. It's a country I haven't been to, part of the UK I haven't been to. So yeah, again, on the list. I have also heard that parts of this route can get quite busy with tourists, so that's something to think about. How, I want quiet spots. I want to be going somewhere quiet, but yeah. If you've done this route, again, please feedback, let me know your thoughts. I really want to hear what you guys think of these. So next on the list, another Scottish adventure, and that is the Pictish Trail. It's one that I hadn't actually heard of until I think around 6 months ago, and I watched a video on it and it looked really cool. So it's a gravel route in Scotland, the fourth on my list, and it's just one that's kind of sparked an interest, and I kind of like the idea that a lot of people still haven't heard of it. The thing with me is, as soon as it's a route that like everybody is doing, I'm almost not as interested anymore. So I kind of want something a little bit off the beaten track. I absolutely love Scotland, so hopefully it'll be one that I get to doing soon. At some point. So this is a route that takes you along the northeastern part of Scotland, connecting Ancient and Pictish sites, and the best part of this one is the Solitude. So you're pretty remote on this one, fewer tourists, less camper vans, and there's bits where you get pretty wild. I think on one of the videos that I watched, there's a section where you can't really ride it, so you're going to be actually like hike a bike for a while. I don't mind that. I'm up for a bit of hike a bike. This one is the fact that I'd have the opportunity to set my tent up somewhere really remote. So wild camp, middle of nowhere, where I'm just going to get a nice view. Maybe it might be a Scottish loch, something like that, the Scottish dream. Yeah, so the landscape here is absolutely stunning, and it's one of those places where I guess you'd feel like you're almost stepping back in time a little bit. So yeah, epic camping. Have to be prepared again with the weather and maybe also midges, something that you have to consider in Scotland. I've always been really lucky with my Scottish trips before that I've been out of season. There's only been a couple of occasions where I've come across midges and I've moved on pretty quickly because they're just all over you straight away. So yeah, again, that's something that I would need to consider. Okay, so fifth, and this is a bit of a rogue one, really, is Poland. So again, I've seen inspiration of cycling trips in Poland and it's really caught my fancy. What do I like about this? It's a country that a lot of people probably wouldn't have been to or would head to for a destination for cycling, and also it's somewhere that I haven't been before. So I like the idea of going just to new countries. I think I worked out I've cycled in 15 different countries, and I'm kind of keen to like keep going with that. I just love exploring new places, and I like doing solo travel, and I like doing things that maybe other people might not think of doing. And I'd seen some actually amazing scenery in Poland, and it just wasn't really what I expected. It's kind of a destination that's off my radar, or off most people's radar. So yeah, if you've cycled in Poland, again, please can you just let me know your thoughts. I've heard that Poland's got some really diverse landscapes, forests, lakes, charming villages, and the idea of camping somewhere different. I don't know what the accommodation camping situation would be like. Yeah, so that's one that takes my fancy too. So there you have it. Each of those destinations, they've all got something different going for them. Each of them take my fancy, and I think I really need to give this a little bit more thought. You know, you've got the Pyrenees with like the tough climbs, the epic views, the Outer Hebrides, Solitude and coastal beauty. Wild Atlantic Way, that'd be Ireland, somewhere I haven't been to before, combining cultures, coastline. The Pictish Trail, very historical adventure, and definitely takes me way off the beaten track. And then Poland. So yeah, that's quite an eclectic mix, I think. But yeah, I'm always planning new trips and stuff, and I guess also like these trips that I'm talking about are trips where I can achieve them. So I know that I can do them within 2, maybe 3 weeks. If I can wangle 3 weeks, I'm not even sure I can for the Pyrenees, I'm just thinking. I've always got bigger trips in my mind that I would love to do. I mean, just to mention a few, Nordkapp in Norway. So I cycled in Norway last year, and I would love to go above that line of the Arctic Circle. I just think there's something really special about that. And then to cycle to the most northern part in Norway at Nordkapp would be amazing. And another one is Kazakhstan and Mongolia. There's just something, Mongolia, I've seen videos of it and it's kind of really caught my imagination, but it's just a bit further afield. So yeah, I feel like those trips I kind of need a bit more time for. And the other place I'd love to go is Pakistan. Some of the sites I've seen on like photos of it, they just look absolutely incredible. So yeah, I'm always planning long routes. I've always got things in mind that I want to do. So yeah, always lots to think about. So anyway, I'm going to leave this here now with the little bit about my trips. I'd love to hear your guys' views on what you think. Which one would you do? What would you think would be the best idea and why? I'd love to hear it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks a lot, guys, and see you next time.